You're live.
It's
So
live. Good evening.
Hello,
Good
peeps.
morning, depending on where you are.
Yeah, I guess this is possible. It could be morning. Or Australian peeps.
Is it tomorrow morning in Australia?
I don't know.
I think it is.
It's really hard to know when to do these things, guys. We have such a diverse audience. I took a look before I scheduled it last night to see. So where is all our audience, right? Like, what's a good time to pick? And you're all over the damn map. Who knows?
Maximilian's got 2 a.m.
Oh Lord. Thanks for
Thanks for
being up with
joining
us.
us. Hey,
I
it's
don't
the
know what
weekend.
I guess it's Friday.
Friday night.
So cheers guys. I got a margarita.
Rum and Coke.
Mike's got the rum and coke, the Quijote.
The El Salvadoran rum.
Oh. My margarita is actually made with fresh. It's limones. It's not quite limes that they grow here, but from our own property that I juiced myself.
Yep.
I haven't made my own tequila yet, but we do have agave on this property.
Do we? I didn't even know
Yes,
that.
we do. So maybe one day. Mm. Hi,
Good morning.
Basil. Good morning. So, Basil, just FYI, we did that Tim mentioned today. So that'll be coming out sometime this week. But Basil suggested the Tim mentioned song, and we had a really good time watching that.
I just have to say, I agree with Tim.
Oh, we'll let you guys wait and see what that means. But it was a lot of fun. So he is brilliant. It's true. We really did like Prejudice. That was fun. I really like his personality. And all of a sudden now I'm angry at Dolly Parton. So
Hey, Doug.
hi Doug, how's it going? I saw your dinner tonight on Twitter and oh, I was jealous. I made crepes because I was too lazy to make anything else today.
They were delicious, though.
They were delicious, but Doug's dinner looked way better.
Yes. Tasty and better for you. But what the hell?
Oh wow.
Once in a while.
So guys, are you proud of me? This is my Isabella. I painted her myself. I've been taking up my painting again since we moved here with some time. So I picked up some acrylics last week before maybe, and just painted her. And then I named her Isabella. It was a suggestion from one of my peeps on Twitter, and I said, you know what? She really does look like an Isabella.
Wait, I had to blow Jeff a kiss.
Oh. You are sexy. He's right.
Thank you. Very kind. Very kind.
And Ginger too. Thank you.
Well, I think you're sexy.
That's okay. I was saying to Mike today that maybe I should change my name from Ginger to Thirst Trap. Maybe it should be like Mike and Thirst Trap, since apparently all he's doing is pimping out my chest.
That comment's going to live in infamy forever.
It really will. It really will. But guys, okay, so I was going through the comments this morning, and for most of our regular viewers, you're going to be familiar with when we did the Felix Irwan reaction to his cover of Coldplay's Fix You. And I bawled my eyes out like a little girl, right? Like it was one of the most devastating ones we've watched before. So some dude left a comment on there today accusing me of faking it. I couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable.
I told him if I was going to fake it, I wouldn't have made such an ugly cry, because everybody knows my cry is very ugly. Doug wants a print of Isabella. Oh, dude, this is Costa Rica. They don't do that here. I don't even know where I could go for even just a simple photocopy. I'll just have to paint you one myself, my love. I would do that for you. Like a real one with canvas and everything. Hello, Frank. And Barry. Too bad Robert Smith and Lauren Mayberry sounded so terrible together. What are you?
I think that was sarcasm.
Oh,
or
I hope it was sarcasm. Otherwise, Barry, dude, we disagree. Frank, hello to Iceland. Hi, Troy. How are you doing? Okay, so he is.
I had
There he is.
faith in you.
Just, I was gonna try to be nice, but I've had a little bit of tequila, so sometimes it's hard. But we all know I'm so good at faking it. Oh, so anyway, Wayne, nice job with Isabella. Thank you. I have to confess. So Isabella this is a copy that I made from a picture that I saw in, there's a big hot spring spa in La Fortuna in this country that we went to. And there was a giant canvas on the wall that looked exactly like this. And I took a picture of it. So I'm a very good, what do you call it? Forger. I can paint almost anything from a picture. I can copy almost anything. Pretty close to the original, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way in hell I could ever sit down and paint Isabella from my head. So I will confess that my artistic talent is limited in that way. So this is not an original. I painted it myself, but the idea and the image belongs to someone else. I wish I could say who, but I don't know. So
Jamie wants to get caught up on the margarita and rum and coke.
Oh yes, so homemade margaritas with my own juice that I juiced from my own property. Everything else came from the store, and Mike's got rum and coke.
But it's interesting, rum from El Salvador.
So Maximilian says the last time he drank tequila, he woke up naked in his neighbor's yard. But did your neighbor object? I mean, was that part of the game? I mean, it's happened to me, but I handle tequila much better than that. But I also have a lot of experience with tequila. So. Greetings from hello, Rob. What was the Rob Taylor one? There was a suggestion we looked at today. I can't remember if we actually did it.
We might have done one from Rob last session.
I think so.
We've looked at your stuff, Rob.
Yeah,
if it's
you
not
gave
already
a suggestion,
out,
and we either
coming.
did it today or I put it on the list to do tomorrow. So I hear the sirens now coming for your picture.
Yeah.
More copyright problems.
High stakes forgery.
Hello, Daniel from Mexico City. Oh, my son lives there. Actually, he's married to a lovely Mexican girl. They live in Hidalgo province in the suburbs of Mexico City. So, salud. I just hope they didn't have CCTV. Oh. If they did, it's on the internet somewhere for sure. You're going to find it in a TikTok one day. Gin and tonic, both for me and I'm sure from Emily Lynch. So gin and tonic is one of those drinks. I don't understand why people like it. I have friends actually that make their own gin. And I can understand why. It's a fairly elegant drink, but it's one of those ones, I think you have to have a taste for gin, right? Like, what's the berry that they make that from? Is juniper?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like sambuca, right? Like you either really, really love it or you really, really hate it. So gin and tonic is one of those ones I could never get used to the taste of. Doug says margaritas are penny droppers. I know it works on me.
I encourage Ginger to have
Mike
margaritas.
is looking forward to later for sure.
Rob's sitting fireside. So are we, Rob. It's just behind the camera.
Yeah, I would show you, but there's too much crap in the way right now. It's kind of unfortunate that in order to be close enough for you to see and hear us, we have to kind of leave most of the very cool rancho out. But our rancho looks very cool. And what I want to know is how many of the people in here watched my video of trying to cut down that bamboo that I posted today? Because I nearly killed myself doing that job. And my daughter actually also, two of us. That was so deadly, but it was a lot of fun too. Actually, I can't lie. I'm really excited about finishing cutting down this bamboo, but you guys have no idea. I've cut down many trees. And I took that chainsaw to this gigantic bamboo, and it's like easily, what, this big around.
It's
and
pretty big.
It's
For bamboo, it's huge.
yeah, it's thick, and it's like 50 feet tall. And I was like, oh, it's just another big tree. Bamboo is nothing like a big tree when you try to cut it. This stuff, literally, first of all, the first cut I put in, I didn't realize this, but I get sprayed with water like somebody turned a fire hose
I've
on
seen
me.
movies like that.
I literally got soaked. Me and the chainsaw got soaked because apparently it's also filled with water, right? This bamboo. So I start cutting it, and you get halfway through it, and the weight, and because it's so bendy, it just snaps, but it almost completely explodes. Like, it scared the living shit out of me. I can't lie.
So before just, I do want to try some more Mexican music.
Yes.
So I gotta write that down.
Hoquicho? Hocico? Instincts of perversion. Oh, he's trying
Sounds
to get
dangerous.
Maximilian's trying to get us in trouble with the YouTube censors. Oh yeah, Maximilian watched it. The chainsaw got stuck. It was unbelievable, man. So I'm just cutting, and the whole piece at the top just literally fell straight down and trapped that blade right in there. It was unbelievable. It took us over an hour and a half to get that sucker free. I condensed it in the video, but I was starting to worry that I wasn't going to get my chainsaw back. Oh, Barry says he had to close his eyes a couple times.
I gotta be honest with you, Barry. I was happy to be over here in the rancho, working my old job for a little bit of a contract thing, so my former coworker can get some vacation.
Yeah, Mike was working, so we would call him over to help, but
I didn't see most of the potential disaster until after, and I knew she was okay.
Rob was kayaking where? Ottawa River. Actually, we went rafting on the Ottawa River, one of those like the whitewater rafting thing. What a good time that was. Oh, Basil's only just woken up. You're gonna need a coffee before you watch that because it's harrowing to watch. I gotta tell you. Bamboo is like steel. I've cut steel. Bamboo is scarier, man. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, it was amazing to swing a machete or a maul at it and just have it bounce off.
Yeah. So I had one.
Tough stuff.
So I had a friend on Twitter that said, just use a bow saw. And then he saw the video and he's like, I take back my comment because it's so big. The previous owner left it for so long. And it's funny because afterwards, like today, I started watching a bunch of videos on YouTube. How do you cut bamboo safely, right? Because this was we nearly killed ourselves yesterday. We got really lucky. And I found one for a video about, the thickest bamboo in Thailand. And I'm looking at it going, that's about the size of my bamboo. Oh, they're making a big deal about it like it's really big. I'm like, crap, I got it in my backyard. Oh, but I'm going to be building another chicken house and a huge goat house with it. So the one good thing, when we first looked at this property to buy, just ask Mike how excited I was when I saw the bamboo strand, because I know all the stuff you can do with bamboo. You can build anything with it. It's amazing. So I'm very excited. I'm not going to give up, that's for sure. So harsh industrial, wait a minute. What are you talking about, Maximilian?
The band I took down.
Oh.
The Mexican band.
So Daniel says he's a member of the Warning Army. Oh, I love them. Oh, we had 2 more songs to get to.
Yeah, let's do that tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow we'll have to
We really do love the Warning. They're excellent.
They're fabulous. I found it really funny because my daughter-in-law is Mexican, and when we first met her, I asked her if she knew the Warning because they're young, right? Like she's 32.
Something like that.
And she'd never heard of them. I'm like, what? I mean,
not everybody in Mexico knows the Warning.
Like, I guess so. It's just surprised.
I mean, how many hundreds of millions of people live in Mexico, right? So it's not that surprising when you think about it.
I guess so. They seem like a big deal to me.
It's not like here where there's only 5 million people, and you probably heard of the band because your relatives are in it.
That's true. That's true. The Central Scrutinizer. That sounds suspiciously like a bureaucrat. So I'm not going to answer what's up there. Nice try, Fed. Gotten some crap for my politics the other day, too. Oh. Apparently, people really, really like to be controlled, and they don't like it when other people don't. So, Frank Zappa reference, is it? I don't know anything about Frank Zappa.
I know what Frank Zappa looked like. That's about it.
Oh, Doug wants to know how many chopsticks could be made from all that bamboo. Well, don't ask me about straws because I'm still cheesed that they take away my plastic straws.
Paper straws, what a waste.
Yeah. Los Lobos. Oh my goodness, that is some nostalgia.
Yeah, I know a few of their things.
I had one of their albums actually.
I don't know. Maybe we can poke around and see if there's anything on YouTube that we don't know.
Maybe. It's from Joe's Garage. What's Joe's Garage? That sounds familiar.
It's an album, I think, from Zappa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know almost nothing at all about Frank Zappa. That's for sure. So.
League of Distortion doing Wolf or Lamb, says Jamie. That sounds intriguing, actually.
Wolf or Lamb by League of Distortion. So I'm a little bit sad by how little attention that A Perfect Circle reaction got. I gotta tell you, I cannot stop singing that bloody song.
Bravissimo and Hip Hip Hooray.
Bravissimo, Hip Hip Hooray. All the time.
It's been played
all
again
day.
And again and again and again.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it still surprises me. I gotta be honest. And I got on it last night. I got on a James Maynard Keenan kick, and I watched a ton of clips of him on Rogan talking. He's such a fascinating guy, right? Like I've always been really fascinated by Maynard because he's a really interesting dude. And if you haven't watched his videos on YouTube, The Art of Work, about his vineyard, you really should. But yeah, it's poor Mike.
Yeah, not a fan of Tool, but he is an interesting guy.
He's a very interesting guy. Yeah, we were enjoying the Rogan clips last night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was talking about when he used the Fibonacci sequence for, it was lateralis, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, the Central Scrutinizer wants Talking Heads. But Talking Heads are almost as old as I am. I know all the Talking Head stuff.
And also, okay, so I'm going to tell you, we did 1 or 2 Talking Heads reactions, and they both got blocked and never released. So they don't want, whoever owns their copyright doesn't want their music shared. So Talking Heads is not getting done. The same way, who else have we decided that's sounds like Ozzy Osbourne's going to be a problem. So there's a dude in our comments that does nothing but spam our comments asking for Ozzy Osbourne reactions, and I keep telling him that they have been blocked, and he's not listening. So those aren't happening. Yeah, there's a couple that they've made it pretty clear. But disappointingly, Wardruna has come back and like after the fact, retroactively, after like months and months and months, just blocked videos too, which is a real disappointment because we love those guys. More ABBA. You know what? I was thinking that the other day that we're overdue to do more ABBA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi, Brad.
Icarus Fallen. Did you get them?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay. What's APC?
A Perfect Circle.
Oh.
I'm not even the Tool guy. And
I came this close to getting Mike to listen to a Pucifer song for a reaction today. So I'll work on him still. Pucifer is another one that I don't know very much about. It's really weird because you have to understand how big a Tool fan I am. Like, seriously. But, like, I've left A Perfect Circle and Pucifer almost completely out of my triangle there. Right? Like, I just listened to Tool and that was it. But now that I'm delving into the other sides of this band, I'm quite pleased, actually. It's like, they're like whole different bands, which is kind of cool. Oh.
So I think when it comes to Tim Minchin, we'll just kind of poke around. I'm too lazy to write it down, but
Oh, rock and roll nerd. No, I saw it in the suggestions today, and I was
Alright.
like, I made a mental note. Oh, let's go back to that one because it was fun. Oh, Laura Fabian. Je suis malade. Okay. Barry, I'm gonna tell you a little story.
I'm gonna work on my drink.
Here's time for my confessions. We did Je suis malade right at the beginning of this channel, very close to the beginning. In the first month or two, right?
That was pretty early. First 6 months for sure.
And I mean, we have a kind of a quirky sense of humor. We try to keep things light on the channel if we can, right? And her performance was magnificent. She is a fabulous singer. But
It
you know,
was awful melodramatic.
every once in a while, I make a little joke. Sometimes the jokes fall flat or they get a little bit awkward, right? But I was just trying to tease a little, but I got so much hate in the comments. I left that video up for months and months and months because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna take the heat, whatever, right? Like if her fans got really mad because they didn't think I appreciated her enough, then I'll take the heat for it because I'm an honest person. But it got to the point, like a year in maybe. I just got really, really tired of getting all the negative comments. I just took the video down because we never meant to disrespect her at all. We really like her. She's a great artist, right? I've done a couple of hers since, but
Which, to be honest, I enjoyed much more. They were a little less over the top
I
melodramatic.
think it was just that particular performance
Yeah.
we chose that it tended to be. It was a little over the top, but she's French. They are that way.
And this is what got you in trouble in the first place.
They're just very demonstrative, right? But this is the thing, right? I just say whatever comes into my head every once in a while. But it's never meant to be rude or insulting to the artist. I would never do that. But it was taken that way, and I felt really terrible that it got taken that way. So after a while, I decided, oh, I don't want to leave that out there because I really don't want that to be the impression people have of what I think of Laura Fabian because I do think she's fabulous. So sadly,
I
I
think
took
that's
it
the
down.
only one we've taken down except for like blocking and copyright issues, right?
It's it's literally the only we've taken lots of crap down, or not. We haven't taken anything else down, but we've taken lots of crap for a lot of other videos. But the stuff where it's like a personal insult because they didn't like the way we reacted or whatever, it's one thing. I don't care about that. I'm not going to take it down for that because we're big. I'm a big girl. He's a big boy. We can take it. These people they don't hurt our feelings. But when it got to the point where it felt almost like perhaps if the artist saw it, she would feel insulted. I wouldn't want that out there because it's not how we felt about it. So that's the only reason, really, that we took it down because I didn't want that to be the impression of how we felt about her. So that's my that's my confession about Laura Fabian. So we won't be doing Je suis malade. But I would like to do more of her. If you have a good suggestion for something else, that would be great because we do love her. She's such a great performer. I'm way behind now. Oh, we lost light. Sorry, we're in the dark now.
I was taking a suggestion down and it scrolled off. So sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Scroll it because I've been talking too much.
Anarchy or Kenya.
Yeah, okay. So Maximilian says anybody distributed by Vivo or Sony BMG gets. So we've been running into problems lately with the Aurora reactions. I know I put a comment thing up on our community page about the Aurora video that went out this morning. She does it looks like a lot of her stuff is through Vivo now. And it's all blocked in just Norway, which is unfortunate because that's where most of her fan base is. So I don't know what that's about, and it's recent. The last 2 or 3 videos of hers, it's been like that. I don't know what's up with it. We've disputed it, so maybe it'll come free later, but it seems a little bit strange. But it's we've been running into stuff like that with Canada all the time, right? Like Canadian artists are blocked in Canada all the time, and it never makes any sense to me, but that's their business. They do what they want with their music. Wondering if we'd listen to Skyhooks, Women in Uniform.
We haven't got to that one yet.
Did we have it on the list?
Yeah, we have it on the list. Haven't got to it yet. We never quite got through everything last time.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we got through most things, but I remember that being on the list and we haven't done it yet.
46 and 2 by the O'Keefe Foundation. What's the O'Keefe Foundation? Is that those kids that, the kids?
Let us know, G-Man, if that's the kids, because we've seen it if that's who it is.
I love that song. I have done a reaction to the 46 and 2 with my son Julian.
Ginger reacts to Throbbing Gristle all the time.
Oh, now I'm time for another sip of my margarita. Oh. So, Basil, so many people get easily offended. It's true, and most of the time I don't let it get to me. But like I said, it does occur to me sometimes that the things that I say could be construed as insensitive, and maybe they are. I don't know, but it's never intended that way. So I like to fix my mistakes. I think we didn't do very well on that one for sure. The Warning are now touring the U.S. with Hailstorm, the Pretty Reckless. Oh my God, that would be such a good show. Oh.
And Lilithcar, who I've taken down from an earlier suggestion.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Emily Linga doing a cover of a Beatles song.
Ginger really isn't a Beatles fan.
To tell Brad.
She's not a Beatles fan, Brad.
We've done Beatles covers before.
Yeah.
The Beatles fans are crazy though, I gotta tell you. If you say anything like the Beatles are the best thing ever, they get really rabidly scary. But yeah.
Every time we talk about Beatles fans, I just think of Wall of Voodoo. Yeah. Far Side of Crazy. He says, I pity all those Beatle fans so old so quick they grow.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's funny because it's from the 80s. Just think how much older the Beatles fans are now.
Yeah, Barry says, yeah, no, she's fabulous, right? Like, we love Laura Fabian. It's not, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the performance, but because of the melodramatic way that it was performed, inspired me. What did I say? I can't remember.
Don't say it now. You just get in trouble again. Anyway, no, I think between the over the top nature of it and our inexperience and mood that particular day, it was just a bad combination that day. Yeah. But we have seen it. We have.
Well, it was something like part of the lyrics. I can't even remember what it was about the lyrics, but I remember saying something, girl, you gotta move on. Right? Like I was just trying to be a little cheeky.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm charming when I'm not. And they didn't think that was very charming at all.
Walter's in the house. Hello, Walter.
Hey, Walter. Chainsaws and bamboo. Man, one of these. You know what, Walter? I'm going to say it again like I said on my Facebook today. I defy death again. Right? So, for a long time now, I've had this impression that... Anybody see Unbreakable? Remember the movie Unbreakable? The M. Night Shyamalan movie? And Bruce Willis finally, after a long time, discovers that he's actually invincible.
Just don't get her near water.
Yeah, it's true. Water's nearly killed me twice. But I have survived fire twice. And then, well, there was the hot tub incident. Okay. I still have the scar.
You were flying hot
right
tub.
Here. Nearly dropped my car on myself once. Then there's this bamboo. Believe me, many things have tried. Nothing has killed me yet. So I'm invincible, except for water.
Jamie Landis says Trudeau's pissed at us for leaving. We're so far behind, I don't even remember half of
Believe me when I tell you, Jamie, he's glad we're gone.
G-Man's confirming those are the kids. We did see that. It was really good.
Hmm?
We were asking if that was the kids' cover of that song.
Oh, okay. I have actually seen that one. Yeah,
It
I had
was-
like 10 friends send it to me because they knew how much of a Tool fan I was. So I couldn't avoid that one. It was really good. Those kids are really, really good. Like, it astonishes me whenever I see people so young with so much talent already. It's legitimately, they must be aliens.
Wayne wants to unleash the archers in the morning. We haven't done any unleash the archers in a little while.
No, I'm starting to run out of things to like. I keep looking for Unleash the Archers that are kind of new and that have videos. Like a lot of their stuff doesn't have videos, and I have a really hard time sitting and just staring at an album cover. So I don't love doing those. So if you have a suggestion for something that's at least a lyric, right? So I'm not just staring at a straight picture.
I don't know what I said that Jamie's reacting to. Sorry, Jamie. Like I said, we're way behind.
Yeah, sorry.
Walter wants They Might Be Giants.
Oh my god, I love those guys. We did do
Constantinople.
yeah, why did it get the works again?
It's nobody's business but the Turks.
We did that one like right at the beginning of the channel, one of those sharing because we'd already heard it before.
Nothing more fun than driving a van full of 6 kids listening to Constantinople.
Oh my god, our kids used to love that song. What was that? What?
Maximilian's comment about going to Liverpool and talking smack about the Beatles.
Oh man, that's taking your life in your hands. My goodness. You might as well come down here and try to wrestle the cartels or something. They're tetchy. Live and Let Die, Bond cover by
Sir Paul.
Emily. Sir Paul?
Well, originally by Paul McCartney.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Made more famous by Axl Rose.
It's actually true. It's true. New superhero, Ginger of the Jungle. I need a leotard.
Yes.
O'Keefe does Sober as well. I'm trying to think if I've heard that one. I like Sober. I like it less as a Tool song. I saw last night. I was just trolling some videos, and I saw a lady, do a cover. Oh, it was some kind of brass.
Yeah.
Brass Attacks or something. Did a cover of The Pot, which is actually one of my favorite Tool songs. I don't know why most Tool fans don't love that song. I really love that song. It was pretty good actually. It was weird to hear it with trumpets, but it was very cool.
I got Maximilian's suggestion for it's actors, right?
Actors and the tune Obsession.
Got it. We'll check them out. Because even Ginger likes these 80s sounding but new bands.
Yeah, it's funny because me and Mike always disagreed about the 80s music, right? Like he always really liked the new wave, heavy synth stuff. But I never loved 80s synth music. It always kind of sounded, I don't know, everything was Axel F to me. Right? Like it all sounded like Axel F, which was kind of cheesy. Or at least that's the way it sounded to me in my teenage years at the time. But I kind of really, really love synth music now. Like the newer stuff is so good. We have to do another Gary Newman soon, actually. Hi, Madman. How are you? We are alive and well. Okay, I got one. Indie band from New Zealand, All Fall Down by Devil Skin. Right up your alley, I promise. When they say that, I don't know if I believe them.
Some people get it right, some people don't. We'll see.
Something called Devil Skin. Okay, so G-Man, I gotta ask a question. Oh, this is gonna get me in trouble. Let me have another sip of my drink first.
Uh-oh. That makes me nervous.
So I was on Twitter today, and I saw a video of, what's her name? Jacinda Ardern talking. And all politics aside, because we won't get into that right now, she has the ugliest sounding accent I've ever heard. And it's funny because I have friends from New Zealand, and their accents are great. I actually really love the New Zealand accent. So is it just me, or does Jacinda Ardern have like some kind of weird, muddy backwater version of the New Zealand accent? It sounds terrible to me. Like, I actually made a comment to Mike about it just because I couldn't understand. I was like, dude, have we just met the really good New Zealanders? Right? Like, because I've never heard a New Zealander that talks like her.
I've only met one Kiwi in person, and that was in Southern Ontario. She was spending her summer vacation in our winter. Foolish girl.
Yeah, really.
And everybody thought she was Australian, which was really pissing her off.
So Basil asked if I've heard disgustipated. No. What? I have no idea what he's talking about right now. I'm going to have to check it out. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit worried about the title, but I have to be honest. So there was a point in time when one of my favorite songs has always been Stink Pissed. And I never really paid much attention to the lyrics. And then one day I actually looked up the lyrics and I realized what the song was about. And then I remember making a comment to Mike saying, it's actually kind of romantic. So for those of you that don't know, you're going to have to look up the lyrics yourself because I'm not getting banned on YouTube, so then I can tell you.
This old helmet says strap-on spelled backwards is no parts.
Holy shit, he's right. Oh my god, he's right. Oh my
That's why you girls use them on each other. Certain girls.
You girls. Are you talking to me right now?
You are a girl.
You girls. You must have found my videos.
So, you like churches like the Azoic? Oh, take a note of that band because Ginger likes churches a lot.
Doug wants to see me in leopard skins.
Yeah, well, because Doug's got good sense.
Hunting is illegal down here, Doug. They don't like it. I can just do it naked. Actually, I can't. I gotta tell you, I don't know anything about bamboo, but I'll tell you, climbing in there, my entire body got so terribly itchy. Like there must be some really super thin, like stinging hairs all over that stuff that I had it in my shirt, in my pants, right? Like my whole body felt like it had a rash when we were done. And actually, in order to make the thumbnail for my video, I had to take a fresh photo so I could build a thumbnail. So I threw my shirt back on today. It was still dirty from when we did the cutting, and right away I started itching again. There's got to be stuff on that bamboo that's meant to be an irritant. But I'm gonna have to wear like what do you call those things that body surfers wear?
Like a wetsuit.
A wetsuit. I'm gonna have to wear a wetsuit the next time. I can't do it. I can't do it naked.
Good morning back to Indonesia.
So, this old helmet, you're full of very useful information. I want to hear more.
Madman wants to know about 70s synth. I'd be on board. I'm not so sure. What do you think, Ginger?
What?
I'd be on board with some 70s synth, some real early stuff. And I'm not seeing a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, it would make for an interesting reaction, that's for sure. So Jamie thinks she's an orc.
Maybe.
I freaking love you, Jamie. Honestly, I think you're probably right. Those were the bad guys, right?
Yes, most definitely.
70s since probably before your time. Well, I know we were both born in the 70s, early 70s, but I wasn't listening to synth music while it was still the 70s. That's for sure. My dad had a few albums. I never really got to listen to the radio when I was a kid till I got to be a teenager.
One of my favorite songs is from the 70s, and then got a little bit of synths in it, I think. It's very progressive.
What is it?
It's FM. What's that song? Drawing a blank on the song. You guys know the old prog band FM?
Yeah. The one that we did?
Did we do it?
The one with the pink hair.
No, that was 80s FM.
Oh.
They'd moved on from the proggy stuff into more of a synth pop thing.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm drawing a blank. I haven't listened to it for a while.
Good morning from Indonesia. Nice to see you. Good morning. It's nighttime here now. Where are we now? So he says Disgustipated is Tool's longest song. That takes some doing.
Right.
I always make a joke whenever we come across a song that's like more than 8 minutes or whatever. I say it's like vying for Tool length. Tool length is an official unit of measure. When
It's like a light year.
It really is like a light year. The longest song, but it's trash. So why are you going to make me listen to that? I don't want to disparage my favorite band. And I'll be honest, okay? I love Tool. But some of their, especially the newest album, Pure Inoculum, had an 11-minute song on it. And even Tool, who I love, there's no way I can sit through 11 minutes for one song. It's not going to happen.
So the FM song I couldn't think of was Phasers on Stun.
Oh.
I love that song.
He does love that song. I've heard it many times. Walter thinks we should use tenorite. You keep trying to tell me this, but you gotta understand, Walter. I can't even get a P-trap for my sink in this country. Where do you think I'm gonna get tenorite? Actually, they probably use it here. They probably use it for like silly things like
mouse traps.
I don't know. They're very creative here. Solutions. Like. Wendy Carlos for 70s and Tangerine Dream. Oh. Try Corruption. Jethro Tull. Now he's trolling us for sure. Jethro Tull. Dude, no. 17 minutes. See, a 17-minute song. That's just self-indulgent, man. I can't do it. Move it like. Huh?
I just saw a comment. Brutus has a new song called Liar. I like Brutus.
Oh my God, does Mike love the Brutus?
That live version of War?
Yeah. Yeah. No lie. Jethro Tull's metal. I think Jamie's been drinking more than I have.
I don't know much about Jethro Tull, but I'd have at least said hard rock, early metal, something in that vein.
Oh, I think I found wildlife in my glass
You got a fruit fly?
Probably. It's hard to tell.
Brad wants to know if we know Mallow from San Francisco in the 70s. No, never heard of them.
No. Why you guys keep trying to drag us into the 70s? You gotta understand how much Mike hated that decade.
Mostly
straight
the
up
fashion,
hated
to be
it.
honest.
Mostly the fashion. And the disco. Jen Wakemore. Oh! We gotta put her back on the list, man. That Jen Wakemore was so freaking good. So the Jen Wakemore, what did we do of hers?
Oh, geez, I don't remember.
It's right on the edge of my memory. It was so good, though. I remember how much I enjoyed it. And but it's sat in copyright hell for 30 days. But she's worth the wait because it was really, really good. Kill of the Night.
I will make a note.
Jamie, what are you talking about? Who beat Metallica for a Grammy? So I'd be more impressed if they beat Metallica with their Grammy. It's Carlos Santana's brother's band is Mallow. Oh,
Sounds worth checking out.
it does sound worth checking out. Disco didn't. It just moved to Eastern Europe. Dude, my first husband was Bulgarian in the early 1990s. And I can absolutely confirm this for a fact. Okay. Well, I spent a couple months in Bulgaria, and the number of times I heard old disco or even new disco, like the Eurotrash stuff. And one more thing that I heard so many times I could have stabbed myself in the face with a fork was Scat Man. Anybody remember the Scat Man song? Oh my god.
So you didn't like it as much as Spoon Man?
No, definitely not. Not even close to the same as Spoon Man.
Maximilian says the 70s would have been fine if his mom hadn't dressed them in flares and wing colors. You know what,
Were
bro?
you wearing paisley? That would have been even better.
Same, bro. I'm going to pull something up and put it in front of the camera.
Captain and Tennille. Oh, I love Captain and Tennille.
I do not, which some people have issues with.
Jorge Santana.
That's the brother who's in Malo.
Yes. Jethro Tull did several years ago, caused a real kerfuffle. Huh. I honest to God haven't heard them.
I know they used the flute.
You know what I think about every time I hear the words Jethro Tull? I think about, so one of my favorite movies of all time is Armageddon. What is that? Oh, you have to do it like this, like the influencers do it. Where you do the hand behind it. This is Mike as a child.
In the 70s.
In the 70s. Look at this outfit.
Flared purple overalls. You can't really see it.
Embroidery on the thing and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Classy. What was I saying? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. So one of my favorite movies of all time is Armageddon. I've watched it, I mean, legitimately more than 100 times. Mike can confirm. So I know the entire movie by heart. I could recite all the lines. And every time I hear the name Jethro Tull, I think about the part when Owen Wilson is talking to the psychologist at NASA. He says, I really hate when people think that Jethro
Icon for hire.
But then, uh-oh, what happened to our internet? Oh no, did we lose internet? Guys, tell me if we're still here. I can't see our internet icon.
We're still getting comments, so I assume we're
Yeah,
live.
there's a 60-second. Click on that. Oh,
we're connected.
Sorry, guys, I thought we lost you. Purple corduroy flares, matching purple paisley shirt.
You saw my photo, right? That wasn't the paisley shirt on those, but there was
one. Hi, Deirdre. Something completely different but insanely good. Miley Cyrus, Elton John cover. Metallica's. The last Miley Cyrus she did got blocked. It was did it get blocked? It blocked for at least a while. The Heart of Glass cover. Oh, that did eventually get released, though, didn't it? The Blondie's Heart of Glass cover.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Walter. Yeah, video's back. So, I mean, it's Costa Rica, man. Actually, our internet's pretty good. It's better than I expected it to be, but my daughter's also streaming upstairs, so she's probably stealing a bunch of the pipe. So
didn't recognize you without the beard. Yeah, and without approximately 49 and a half years.
And
blonde hair.
200 pounds.
Yeah, more than that.
Jethro Tull Tubular Bells. Oh, now you're talking Mike's language.
Now, is that a cover of Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells? Or is that a different song? Love me some Mike Oldfield.
He does. Deirdre wants to know if you're going to play some bass.
I play bass occasionally, poorly.
One of these days, I'm gonna get him to pull his bass out on one of these live chats and just do a little jam. Part of the problem is the songs that he practices a lot of the times are ones from bands that will block the video, and like we had one. I posted on our channel. We have a spot where we can post little 60-second shorts, like TikTok. They're like TikTok videos, but it's on YouTube. And I did post one of him playing a song. Can't remember what song.
Dire Straits, I think.
Oh, it was Dire Straits, the
Sultans
of Swing, and got a copyright block. Not a block, but a copyright strike for that. Even though it was just barely in the background, it was less than 60 seconds long, and it was just him playing along the bass. I mean, it had part of the song in the background too, because he was playing along with it. But yeah, so we gotta be careful about stuff like that. That there's no point in putting it up if they're just gonna block it. He likes doing Fleetwood Mac too, and Fleetwood Mac doesn't let anything through ever. So
yeah, the chain. Very satisfying because it's not hard and it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
that's right up my
a great
alley.
Song. But I do have to say that is that the one that we did by the Highwaymen? Was that the Chain?
Yes.
Fabulous cover. That reaction did not get enough views because that song was magnificent. So anyway, I don't know, Barry. Are we still on the different?
Confirming that it's Mike Oldfield. Yeah, I had that on vinyl from the time I was.
Oh my God, Mike and the
14.
Tubular Bells. When we first started dating, we were talking about music, and he said, "Oh, bring me what your favorite thing is." So I brought my Michael Bublé CD, and he brought the Tubular Bells. So it's literally one of the things he ever played for me.
I've taken note of Taj and Carlos Santana.
The Dead Daisies. Okay.
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar, doesn't it? Taj is awesome.
I have a note with Taj with Carlos Santana at the House of Blues.
Very good. Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to remember what's all on our list for this week, upcoming.
Well, we now have a much longer list. I have a question for the good people.
Yes.
So I'll preface this with we've found some stuff we never would have found without suggestions of the Irrepressibles doing in a shirt, for example.
I love that one.
And so we found some very unusual stuff. I mean, quite aside from whole genres like the symphonic metal that we never, but there's some very unique and interesting stuff. And I'm just wondering for you guys on the chat, does anybody have anything hands out that they've discovered recently through our reactions or anything else that's kind of a little out there but amazing?
Yeah, and I don't want so there's things that some people suggest that they're shock value weird. I'm not really looking for that because I mean there's reaction channels that do those because everybody wants to see people make funny faces and like clown faces for reactions, but that's not really what we're going for. We're here kind of to discover good, like obscure, unusual music, stuff that's good as music, right? Stuff that has rich sound and like interesting ways to treat music. So that's kind of what we're looking for. What's that one, Klaus?
Sorry, avocado attack.
Guys, did you hear that? That's my avocado tree dropping an avocado on the tin roof. It legitimately sounds like a shotgun blast. It scared Dave. Just laughed because he's like, "Oh my God."
Maximilian suggesting Swamp Thing by the Chameleons. What was it? Yesterday I had that on? Maybe the day before.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't.
Sorry, Maximilian. I've known that one since it came out.
Oh, I can't. I went to search for something. Yeah, one of my peeps suggested someone named Klaus something. And it was very old, but it was so strange that there was I couldn't get there was no way we were going to be able to do that because it was too out there. So don't suggest things like that. We're not going to do that. John Denver, Frank, my dude, I had a conversation. So a friend of mine on Twitter, Amy Alcon, she's a columnist. She used to be the advice goddess,
Yes.
right, for the LA Times, I think. She's a fabulous author. She's amazing. I absolutely love her. But she and I are friends on Twitter, and we had a conversation about John Denver today because I was talking about the dude on our Fix You reaction that accused me of fake crying, and then we got into how some things can just trigger us emotionally, right? And so one of the things she mentioned was every once in a while she thinks about how sad it would be to think of John Denver being scared as the plane went down. And she says, I don't even know John Denver, but I keep thinking he seemed like a really nice guy, and I feel terrible about how scared he must have been as that plane was going down. And I'm like, damn, now I'm feeling the same way.
And she had to tell me. And then I felt sad about John Denver being scared on the plane. It was like what was that video? Is it REM or somebody? No. What was it?
I don't know.
The video where everybody whispers something in the ear and everybody just winds up lying down on the street, like waiting to die. It's like that.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about now.
Oh, whose video was that?
But anyway, yeah, it was pretty sad. So we had a sad day about John Denver today. I freaking love John Denver though, and I gotta be honest. So I love opera, and one of my favorite things to listen to sometimes is his duet with Placido Domingo, which is really something to listen to because John Denver and Placido Domingo is a pair that you would never imagine to hear together, but it really is a breathtakingly wonderful song. So I recommend it if you haven't checked it out. John Denver. So Dorothy, yes.
I got it.
She is on my list to do again. I freaking love that gal. That's another one that's on my playlist all the time. What's that one?
I just had it on yesterday, but I
did
can't
have it
remember.
on yesterday. I said it's stones brewing, babe. I ain't got time to sit and pray.
That's the one.
Because this life don't come free. Right. I got what's mine coming to me. That's one of my favorites.
I got Lainey Gardner taken down. Walter, is Cut a band and Rich and Strange a song, or are you having a stroke?
Somebody call 911. I want Walter to survive. So I apologize for my singing, guys. I told you it was terrible, but it's going to happen because I loved it. Death by avocado, for real. You have no idea. Sometimes when I go out, because both of the trees are on that side of the yard, and the chickens like to forage around on that side during the day, and sometimes I actually really worry that one of those avocados is going to drop and actually kill one of my chickens, or ping me in the head one of these days. I'm like, crikey, but it's pretty hard. Yeah, the tree's like 50 feet high, so they're falling pretty far.
Yeah, we got massive avocado trees. Have you ever listened to Joe Bonamassa? I've heard a little Joe Bonamassa.
Jamie, I'm very pleased to hear that we've introduced you to quite a few bands. That's the coolest thing about our channel is how many bands we've got introduced to. It's nice to hear the same in return because it shocks me sometimes how many things we missed because we went from listening to our own music to suddenly being parents, and then all you're listening to is Barney and the Wiggles, right? And then you have a brief moment in time when you go back to your music, but you kind of only listen to the music you already know. And then your kids turn into teenagers, and then all you're listening to is whatever they put on because otherwise there's drama. So we spent 20 or so years not listening to anything new. So we've missed quite a bit. You're right. John Denver was folk, not country. The Buzzkill 2020. I I don't like buzzkills. What are you doing, man?
Walter's okay. Cut is a band.
Okay. Jamie says, I never thought of John Denver's demise, and I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry to do it
And
to you.
now you have, and it makes you sad too. It's really like that video where everybody's lying down to die.
I'm sorry.
If anybody knows what the heck I'm talking about, please help my old brain.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I have Josie Pace take him down, Maximilian.
Sheila saw, oh, hi, Sheila. How you doing? Saw John Denver in concert, and he was so amazing. I just love John Denver. I grew up with him. Well, not grew up with him. We're not friends or anything. But I grew up with his sound. Dang, problem.
Mine was a Gordon Lightfoot house.
I mean, between the Rolling Stones and John Denver, that's mostly when my dad played. So, what is happening? Rich and Strange is their best. Okay, so you got all that, right?
Yep.
So many reactors listen to mainstream. Yeah, I gotta be honest. What was the song that I saw the reaction to the other day that I said, there's no bloody way? And I won't call them out or anything. So we watch a few reaction channels. And sometimes we like to watch the ones that react to the mainstream stuff because that's stuff we've already seen. So we don't run the risk that we're going to run into a song that we want to react to and kind of wreck it for us. But there was a reaction I saw a notification for the other day from one of the really big channels that we watch. And the way these guys are and the stuff that they normally listen to, the stuff I know that they like, when I saw the song, I was like, oh yeah, I remember what it was. I won't say because I don't want to call them out, but I was like, there's no freaking way that these guys hadn't heard that song before. That's fine if you want to. I mean, we do songs we've heard before too, but we always say that we know it, right? But if you're pretending that you have never heard this song before, it's just impossible that those particular reactors have not been exposed to that particular song. I find it very difficult to believe. So that kind of stuff kind of cheeses me a little. But everybody does their own thing. But and we get accused of that sometimes. It's like, how could you not have heard that? Okay, so it is possible. I get that it's possible, but I guess actually I'm calling myself out a little bit because there was that Cure song that I said I couldn't believe I'd never heard it before, and we're huge fans of the Cure. So I guess it is possible that they hadn't heard it. I just found it really kind of difficult to believe. Samantha Fish. We did a Samantha Fish song. It was really good, and everybody gave me crap for calling it bluegrass. I don't know the difference between blues and bluegrass. Sorry, pal. Again, everybody gets mad about it. It's like, okay, I admit I'm completely ignorant.
No, we've lost Basil, and then he's probably already gone before we can say goodbye.
It's all right, Jamie. Good night. Good night, guys. I know it's late, but I might take a poll and see when's a good time for. There's not going to be a good time for everybody, that's for sure. Deidre says hi again. Again? Still waiting to see if Mike will play some bass for us.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. He will one day. I'll get him to play a little one day. Tina Guo and Joe Bonamassa. Oh,
I have taken down all of the suggestions I've been.
I do love me some Tina Guo. She is white hot and like such an amazing cello player. So Sheila, I am so glad I could do this. You said you listen to your kids' music. Well, I grew up listening to my parents' and grandparents' music from blues, rock, classical, R&B, and reggae. Yeah, I mean, I listened to my dad's stuff, his albums when I was a kid. And then when I was a teenager, it was mostly Madonna and Michael Jackson. And then once I start getting my own music.
Bye, Walter. I caught Walter's comment. Well, he's probably still here to hear me say goodbye.
Oh, you go deal with your wife, Walter. She needs you. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for. Yeah, actually, our kids. I got lucky because not so much for Mike because he doesn't like teenage girl music, but there's a lot of teenage girl music I like. So I got lucky. Our three girls had some pretty diverse taste in music. So, and Mike's eldest daughter loved his music collection. She's a huge Morrissey fan.
Mm-hmm.
Huge Morrissey fan. So we got pretty lucky with our kids.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So speaking of growing up listening to your parents and grandparents, I mentioned Gordon Lightfoot. My mom also had Moody Blues. Bat Out of Hell was like played excessively.
Oh my God,
that
my
first came
dad
out.
had the Bat Out of Hell album too. I friggin' loved it. Tom Waits.
Never
Not
got the
so
taste.
much. No, I mean I recognize his talent because he's a very talented artist, but his style of music I never really loved. So yeah, we did Seven Nation Army by Liliac, yeah. And I think we did it by Postmodern Jukebox too. If not, I've definitely seen Postmodern Jukeboxes. But I will confess, and I confessed in the Liliac video, I am not a White Stripes fan, so we're not going to do the original. I never loved it.
I don't know. They want me to play it on the bass, apparently.
Oh, Seven Nation. Oh, you could do that, right?
I could, but all my stuff is upstairs.
Yeah, we've already been on for over an hour, so we won't do that this time, but maybe next live chat.
Maybe.
I can convince him, I think. Yeah, you're going to have to practice.
That's right. G-Man mentioned the heart attack, missing a reaction.
Oh my God.
I see you're here chatting, so that's good.
Are you chatting from the hospital? I hope not. Or maybe I hope so. Yeah, maybe. That's dedication. Well, Madman says, we just put down a vinyl floor, put a toilet in, and now putting together a vanity and putting in a sink. Dude. Fist bumps. Has some hard work.
Yep.
I hate vinyl flooring. It's so. Everybody says it's easier than tile. I never found it easier than tile. I found it really kind of difficult, mostly because it's too flexible.
Mm.
But yeah. So he's healing. Good man. That's good to hear. You're home resting up. All right. That's good to know.
You know what? I'm ready to rest up too. Shall we wrap this?
Yeah, I suppose we better. We got an early morning tomorrow. We got to go drive down and get some groceries from the border. So, yeah, and then we got more recording to do tomorrow. And now we have a really long list.
It's an extensive list.
Yeah, it's true. So, quick question for the peeps out there. So, buenas noches, Jamie. Mike and I have been banding around with the idea of perhaps doing a separate channel of fireside chats, just about like random topics, but like not open chats, more like a podcast idea where the two of us would have little discussions. Because sometimes when we sit here, we have these little discussions that I think to myself, if other people were watching this, they would probably find it a little bit entertaining. Just about random topics. Like we have a lot of really diverse interests, right? And
science, politics, technology,
conspiracy theories. Yeah, I just wondered if any of you guys would be interested in something like that because I think it would be a lot of fun to do. It'll probably get us into some trouble.
We have opinions.
I have some controversial opinions, that's for sure. But Maximilian says go for it. I think he's a bit of a shit disturber, to be honest. Which is why I like you. So anyway, yeah, think about it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I don't know if it's worth the time and the effort to do because it's a whole separate channel. I don't want to do it on here.
Jamie lives to be offended.
Then you better be on my Twitter, Jamie, because I do it as a full-time job on Twitter. That's for sure. I don't know if Jamie's actually on my Twitter. I have a couple Jamies on my Twitter. It's hard to the crossover of my I live on Twitter, and Twitter is where most of my hot takes end up because I got a good group of peeps there, and I don't care that much what other people think. So if you want my Twitter handle, let me know. Then you'll see some of it. You'll get offended. I can offend anybody. We should talk about the women's vote. Oh, Twitter keeps putting him on the naughty step. See, I managed to just skirt that most of the time. I've got blocked a couple times by Twitter, suspended for a week for using the word whore in a joke. Just a joke. But because I used the word whore, I got blocked for 7 days. Touchy. Those hoes are touchy.
All right.
Okay. Oh, Jamie says when she finds her Twitter password.
No, that's different Jamie. That's a male Jamie.
What?
That's other Jamie.
No.
Jamie
What?
Van Dusen you're thinking about. This is Jamie Landis.
No,
Different Jamie.
Jamie Landis says she lives to be offended. She's the one I'm talking to.
Yeah, different Jamies. Anyway.
I'm talking to this one, Jamie Landis.
Okay.
When you find your Twitter password, you let me know. And then we can be peeps. I also share very funny memes. So, G-Man's always tying it back to the next suggestion.
All right, I'll take that.
Daniel says, God, she is beautiful. Who are you talking about, man?
Maria Brink?
I don't know. Brad said it was a threat. Oh, you. Oh, me. Thank you. That's lovely of you to say. You're gonna ask me if I have an OnlyFans now? Because I got like 5 requests for that today. Some dude on Instagram says, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have an OnlyFans?"
And when she doesn't answer, ma'am.
So I did answer. I was like, sorry, no. But I do have a friend who's really seriously trying to convince me to do one of those foot things. Apparently there's a very large market for selling pictures of your feet. I have really lovely feet, so I'm considering it. I can't lie.
OnlyFans meets Power Tools. Yeah.
I think there's a market for that, actually.
All right. Well,
I could
we'll
get
have to,
I could be like that girl that sells her bathwater.
You could.
What's her name? Belle Delphine?
Oh, you even know her name. Wow. I'm
She's
impressed.
cute as a button. I gotta tell you, I'd be tempted to buy some of that bathwater. So I'll just sell pictures of my feet. It's okay, guys.
Me bambooing you. Anyway, let's put it to bed.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, Jamie Van Dusen says there's a and other gross things. Okay, Jamie, let me tell you a quick story. I'm like, let's end it
I
now.
want to go to bed.
This is a good story, okay? A long time ago, back in the day, I worked at a strip club, and I did have a request once. Some dude came and asked me to do my business, like the number 2, on a glass table for the camera. I can't even lie.
G-Man was out before you even started this story.
I can't even lie. I laughed so hard I think it insulted him because I couldn't even believe he was asking me this question. The answer is no, I did not take his money. It was an obscene amount of money he wanted for it, but all I kept thinking was, in 20 years, one of my kids is going to find this video. What am I going to say? And what kind of person likes that? I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, teach their own. I'm libertarian, so teach their own, but my poop's not that interesting.
This has gone so far off the rails. I apologize
Okay.
for my
Sorry,
wife.
guys. My life's been a little bit interesting. I have stories. Okay. Good night, Jamie. And G-Man, sorry for grossing you out. 2 girls with a
Jamie says German.
Oh, I knew I liked her. Don't get down on. Is that a cat?
That's a cat.
Oh wow. All right, guys, we're gonna let you go. I've had enough to drink, but my stories could actually get worse. And Mike wants to go to bed. So
Yes.
thanks for tuning in. It's been fun for us. Hopefully, it's been a
Always.
little bit fun for you. And we'll see you next time on the channel. Cheers, guys.